reality. Trepidation and awe ripple through you as you enter the water. Beyond lies Shah's domain. The shadow fell.
Lady Shah, I feel lighter, unburdened, as if the softest push could send me.
Just check for anything useful.
In it. Should mind my step.
Just a little bit further. See my actions, Lady Shah. Hear my words of faith. Blessed Nightsinger, witness my adoration.
Descend to her.
Lady Shah's will shall be done, as sure as night will fall. Lady Shah's will shall be done, as sure as night will fall.
I have felt you coming. The first in a century. You, who have come to seek the praise of your wicked goddess. You, who have come to drive a dagger through my heart.
Not a dagger, a spear. My Lady Shah's spear. Her fate is mine to seal. Let me handle this.
The fate you seal is your own. To be a Dark Justiciar is to turn your heart from everything but loss. You will know no love, no joy, only servitude, until of course your mistress inevitably discards you. And there is much she does not tell you. A terrible blood price that may extend beyond my own death.
You feel Shadowheart bristling. This is important to her. But your bond is strong. You may yet be able to sway her from the path of duty to the path of light. And Nightsong is not blind to your conflict. Behind that raging heart is the restless beat of one who knows too well that her fate hangs in the balance.
Yes, I think so. My whole life's been leading to this. Cannot allow! This is my mistress's will, my life's purpose!
Well, well, well. What's that? Do you know what I am, little assassin?
What did you say?
Much has been promised to you, hasn't it? But what is... I sense more...
Whatever you think you know of me won't matter once I become who I'm meant to be.
Not what will happen. What will you do? Your past is not yet lost. Lay a hand on me in friendship, not quite Sharon. And I will fight the battle that has been waiting for me this last century. Then... Our Lady of Silver, hear me. She who guides the Moon Maiden Selûne, mother of the so-called Nightsong. The Nightsong is no more! Given me a great gift, little warrior. Don't you find it oh so curious that you would spurn your Dark Lady? Perhaps you feel a stirring of the truth already. But that will come later. You have done what we feared was impossible. Your power is great. So too must be your weapon. You must choose what you will wield. And the... Are you ready? To kill Ketheric Thorn.
We need to leave. Lady Shah won't stand for us to be here, not after what we did. That's what frightens me. She must be angry. Let's get out of here, please. Whatever's coming, I don't want to be in the heart of the shadow. The Nightsong will be headed for Moonrise Towers. We'd better get there and see what she's unleashed against Ketheric Thorn.
Terrible place. I should leave.
I was done for. This is all like some sort of terrible dream. Worse than failed her, I defied her. Just because of what that Asimar said. I tried to leave, but Shah blocked me. Punished me. It felt like I was suffering the agony of 1,000 people all at once. My blood was boiling, but then she released me. Banished me, more like.
Shadowheart looks distraught, abandoned by her goddess and all former allies. And as for her divine magic...
I suppose I do, don't I? You've done more to help me. There's been something between us for some time. I thought my faith was the most important thing in my life. I've squandered too much time already. I want to... It wasn't too long ago that I could never imagine smiling again. Nightsong promised she'd tell me something about myself. I need to speak with her. What she said to me back in the Shadowfell about the wolves. She took flight to hunt down Ketheric Thorm. All I can do is help hasten his demise, and hope that answers soon follow. Thank you. I think any attempts at comforting me I'm sorry. I have a lot on my mind. The Shadowfell, Nightsong. I can think of little else. Yes. The sooner I speak...
I should speak up.
There's a parasite in that corpse, brimming with potent magic.
This is it. The spearhead moment. You brought us this far. A sound strategy. Say the word, and we're off.
You dare show yourself here? And for what? Where's the fun in...
Turn someone inside out.
An illithid parasite in that corpse. You should take a look.
Let's have a look. Another day, another fight.
Focus. Moving.
Never wanted the easy path. Time to press ahead. Let's see what this does.
That might be worth a look. Open up.
You. What have you done? Huh. What have you done to me? A pawn cannot lecture the chosen of the gods. You serve the Absolute. You. The prism. You've had it all this time. You worm. You.
How good it is to see you again, Ketherick. At last you found a godmaster that suits you, it seems.
Halen, the thief. You stole Isabel from me, and now you think you'll take my life in the bargain?
You dare to speak her name? After your crimes innumerable, you would evoke her before me!
Enough! This ends here and now. At last.
He will crumble at the power of your touch. Give him all you have. The gods fight at our side!
On the move.
Miss this.
With pleasure. Never a dull moment. Time to get going.
It seems
It's
we
been a
can't
long
kill
day.
Ketherick Thorm without
need to
following
rest.
him into the bowels of this place.
Let's have a look. better not be cursed.
The hole yawns back at you.
This is an Illithid colony. This must be where they harvest the tadpoles. We're close to the source of the infections.
All of this, sitting beneath me.
Very close to the source of the Absolute now. That telepathic storm has become a tempest.
Let's see.
Descend! Mind flayers and...
Your tadpole forms a telepathic. Every mind flayer in the room calls out hungrily from... But there are others in the pods. The device is open.
Gate machinery.
This is your end.
I will not know failure.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have. Light on my feet.
Smell. I can feel it in my throat.
You cannot use that right
Tadpoling
now.
a cambion. Better the devil you know.
By Grazit's cock, it's about time you came. Thought you'd have figured it out by now. Now, enough sniffing around and get me out of this thing.
Do it, and I'll let Will off his leash.
Your eyes turn to the control panel next to the pod. The controls are open to your tadpole's command, to your authority.
Good work. I'd give as for the pact. Clause Z, Section 13. If the Soulbinder consents to separation, she will release the Soul Bearer from all obligation within 6 months.
6 months until he's free? You little rat.
Ignorant thing. It's always the terms and conditions that get you. Not going to happen. Right. I'm out of... But don't you fret. If you survive this place... Oh, and ask Will how we met. I've loosened his tongue.
Let's try this way.
breeds madness.
Let's move. These boots have seen everything. Here we go. What's next?
No longer a background murmur, the present.
We've found it. The Absolute is behind this door.
You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Oh, the general voice. Is this where we salute?
Salute, yes, with cleavers through his blood-starved flesh. How it crawls with failure, like flies on lick-wet carrion.
You forget yourself, Orin. I have played my part.
You've built an army for our masters, true enough, but what of the astral prison? A rogue true soul flaunting it under your nose all this time, and you ran from her.
Sure that they would follow and deliver it into my hands here. If you would cease these distractions.
The distractions have been yours, Ketherick. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up. So you haven't lost your edge, but you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager. The Slayer against the Undying One. That'd be fun to see.
His crypt breath sings to my sinews again, again. But he must lead the murder march to Baldur's grave.
If the weapon is truly in your grasp, Ketherick, might I suggest closing your fist? Orin and I can wait for you no longer. The plan proceeds. We're going to the city, and we expect you to follow. Army and the weapon in tow. The Edict of Bane!
The Lash of Bor!
The Testament of Merkel!
An elder brain. One of the cruelest and most powerful creatures in existence. Enslaved by mere mortals.
There we are. It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guests. Behold, Duke Ravengard, the Absolute.
Who will preserve us?
You wag your word flap in vain, Alderling. Once the worm holds the whip, your shredded flesh will serve us.
Now, it's really time we were going. We will empty this place and begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. And Ketherick, do try not to sulk. You're supposed to be the fearsome general come to conquer the city. And I am the hero who will save it.
It is time, faithful ones. March on Baldur's Gate. prepare the way!
Have to keep pushing.
There you are, as predicted. What is it, I wonder, that draws one toward death like a moth to light? You could have run away, absconded with the prism. But the lure of one's destiny is Perhaps you hope to learn your place in history before you are erased from it. A bright flash of clarity before the snuffing out. Impossible. You are bound to it, and in death, that is the power my Lord Merkel has granted me. Command over the but he did not only give me power, he gave me the one thing no other god could grant me. My daughter's life returned. For that, he asked that I serve as his chosen. Join Orin and Gortash to grow the cult of the Absolute. He's never had a more devoted follower. I have fought great wars before, in the service of other gods and other powers. But for Merkel, I would condemn all of Faerun to death. You are all that stands between me and my destiny. And you have brought the prism here. I will kill you now. And then I will raise you as my servant. Yes. Join the army of the dead, true soul.
Thorn can't die while Nightsong's still caged!
Have you not learned? I am beyond death, fool!
No time to waste.
Hungry for the slaughter. On the way.
Face me!
Back in your cage!
Sometimes the only way out is through. My path be true.
Not fall before my time.
Got to press on.
Blood comes easy these days. Blood follows me everywhere.
Let's turn someone inside out.
What a fool you are. You cannot kill me. I am eternal. uncle, Lord of Bones. I am here. I am ready. I am yours!
Now you wear a face to match your soul. I can't let you die.
Run life to my life. Sustain me, slave. Impossible. Death cannot take my lord. You. Isabel.
No!
You have my sword. My fealty. Do what you must. Then we fly this foul place. Ketheric's Netherstone. It's in his armor.
Let's go.
Concentrate.
I am fury. I am death.
What's hiding here? At the ready.
In death, the body is cooling.
Remarkable. Truly. And now the picture comes together. The Absolute is neither god nor man. It is the Elder Brain you saw, held here by those three against its will. The crown it wears controls it, and these stones control the crown. It has been dominated. To master an Elder Brain, to subdue it. Our enemies are formidable. A temporary reprieve, but a welcome one. With a brain on its way to the city, its influence here is weakened. The crown's markings suggest it was forged in Netheril, an ancient empire whose mastery over magic rivaled that of the gods. It is a crown of domination. The stones were taken. The crown's Netherese magic must be the true source of the parasite's abilities. This must be what elevates their potential. And it must be the reason nobody could heal you. If the crown can do this to the parasite, I dare not imagine what it is doing to the brain. I believe you fought and defeated an avatar of Merkel, the god of necromancy. Ketheric was Merkel. I know Lord Enver Gortash, an arms dealer and a slaver. He is a worshipper of Bane, the god of tyranny. The other is a mystery to me, but the way she spoke, it is most likely she follows Baal, god of murder. Which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death, and our enemies are chosen of the dead three. Bane, Baal, and Merkel. The type they are known to pick from their most devout followers, a chosen. Each one alone would be a formidable enemy. But working together, I dare not imagine what they might achieve. We prepare for the fight of our lives. The army of the Absolute is within the city, an Elder Brain, brimming with power, ready to turn an order the Death Gods chosen are on the cusp of. We must wrest control of the brain from the chosen before that happens. Our chances of success are slim, but I will be your shield. And when the chance comes to strike, you must take it, for there may...
Nathaniel. I had to look after him. Without him, I wouldn't have lasted long.
Come, there are important matters to discuss.
When Duke Elton formed the Flaming Fist, you saved Daniel. It's safe to say you'd have been recruited in an instant. Of course, but I've seen the respect. I hope you can save Duke Ravengard. For the good of Baldur. When this land fell to the curse, it's only fair I stay here. I don't... But...
What was it like in there?
In the curse...
Helen! Isabel! My love! You were dead. I saw your body. I dreamt every...
I had no dreams at all. Ah, there you are.
Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father.
May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps...
You there, Sharon. By the fires of your camp's hearth.
I'll be ready. Whatever you have to say had better be...
Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another.
Aelin!
Nathaniel rests well. He's healing very rapidly. Now that I knew I could put my faith in you. If only we had met sooner. I have. Anyway, once the curse is lifted, nature can take its... And I'm glad to be had. Glad to be with you, I mean. I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this place recedes behind us. Don't worry. All is at hand.
Gods, I can't wait to be back home.
We leave the heart of the Absolute alive. Thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric. But Ketheric, there are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. Halsin's strength and loyalty, but if we are to succeed, we will need... Good. Baldur's Gate may not know it yet. Seek on its together.
Fair enough. An army's trampled these grounds. The Absolute's forces are on the move.
The curse has been lifted. The land's cleansed of the shadows. Ketheric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord. But there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir.
Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the Prism Bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you. to split your... Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will... Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my...
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
Moving ahead. I need a moment for the two of us.
The Absolute should be a thing of the past, and I with it. Yet, at the risk of angering Mistra further, I'm glad it didn't come to that, given what has come to light. The Elder Brain. But, more importantly, the crown that it wore. Netherese magic. So pure. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power. The ghost. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. That crown sits on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear. We need to learn more about what we saw. And as luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerer's Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I... Ha! Sorcerer's Sundries is no... There, you'll have...
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. And well, this would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the... Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? You will not have long to wait, but sleep is...
Joy.
Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
Need to stay focused.
Curious.
That orb's going to blow, and soon.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
It's Ali.
Friend, you will be cleansed.
On my way.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Can't slow down. Better be cautious.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Keep the blade close.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Still breathing, despite everything. One day I'll catch a break.
Someone there?
What am I to do?
Action, not reaction.
All right. What now? Light on my feet. What's inside?
Before you do anything, I am your ally. We are in danger.
Gith abomination! By the one true sky.
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting. Help me. You saved a child from a viper back in the Druid's Grove. You saved the Asima Nightsong from her soul cage. You let me live last time you were here. Your continued existence as yourself. And now, help me. The god. Destroy the god. They prevent me from subduing their master. Do it now.
Aid an illicit against Githyank?
Your blind loyalty will be your undoing, Lae'zel. Fight with me, for your own self. Together, we can.
I need healing.
Thank you. That was too close. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer. Yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
It's obscene to owe my life to a damned Gith. No more lies, no more tricks. I will have answers!
You may call me the Emperor. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stillmain. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call the Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Indeed, his hubris knows no bounds. To enslave me, that was his nature. But to enslave an Elder Brain, a questionable decision. I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with you. Rather them than potential future allies, like you. Prince Orpheus, son of the first leader of the Githyanki.
Orpheus? Impossible. He was slain by Jastil Kithrak himself.
Quite possible, I assure you. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive-mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Blackith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Blackith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if I am relieved, you have embraced your potential enough that you could help. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the Astral Prism. I was one of many, but the moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will, and found Orpheus. I realized what the prism was. While my body was within the prism's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You. Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him in defiance of their teachings. Blackith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see...
I don't understand. The histories claim the prince was burned to ash in the skies.
Your histories are fabrications. The prince was not killed. As you can very well see, he was imprisoned. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackith will be finished. That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him, and in so doing, you would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion, a pulsing hatred that cannot be contained.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a Illithid, a sworn enemy, just like me. I'm glad you think so. I agree. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. Yours continues to limit you. As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change. I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent Illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence. If you let me, I can evolve you. You will be able to do things you never... There will be physical alterations, of course, but only partial. And you will soon see that the benefits outweigh any perceived loss. The answer is twofold. One, I can, but it would kill you, as I told you before. Two, why would I? You have done well with the limited form you have, but you would do far better as an illithid. So, do you wish to evolve or not?
Even as you say the words, you feel a lurch of disappointment. Your mind bristles with illithid potential. How could you be so cruel as to deny yourself what you want most in the world?
I felt that. It's your nature. You cannot fight it. So embrace it. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
A wave of disappointment, stronger than any you've ever felt.
You are not ready yet. It has enough vitality to further your evil. Perhaps you will be more inclined to try it when you see more of what are. But we mustn't lose focus. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain.
Open up.
So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or astral prism, the whole time we've had it. Sounds like utter madness. The more I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing. I do not serve Shah anymore, nor the Mother Superior. The prison, but I digress. Did you want something?
Let's try this way.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
Baldur's Gate is right over the hills. And so is Cazador. And we are no closer to knowing why that bastard is so obsessed with getting me back. I think we should track down my fellow Spawn. I'm not exactly looking forward to a reunion, but perhaps they'll know something. If we can find them, we can force them to tell us what he's been doing since I was gone. And honestly, I imagine they'll be coming for me in the night if I don't. Unless Cazador's changed their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town. We should get to them first. There